Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and I want to talk to you about why I'm buying Flare right now. Now, ladies and gents, one of the most important things to look at when we talk about Flare is, once again, this shift in narrative. Now, I've been making a lot of content lately on the shifting in specific crypto narratives, and I've been looking at XRP, and we're seeing this similar shift in Flare. And the reason why it's so important to focus on this concept of narrative shifts is because a crypto is problematic until it's not. And I say that with a hint of sarcasm, because when I mean problematic, it's usually done in a FUD-based way. We see people talking about Flare being dead. That was back in September and October of 2023. Now, when you look at Flare last year, where it was proclaimed, quote unquote, dead, it's very similar to what we're seeing right now. The current FUD narrative is that XRP is dead, all because of a so-called Ripple hack, which has been proven to be false. Well, the way they're spinning the narrative is false. And this is why I want to focus on Flare right now, because Flare went live in 2022, and before the mainnet was launched, there was so much pressure put on Flare to have this overperformance, especially when it came to price. It was all the hype. All the XRP holders were going to have their airdrop after the snapshot, and once Flare went live, it was going to be a game changer. And people didn't allow Flare to find its own footing. It didn't allow Flare to find its own way. The second that we saw that the price wasn't going to skyrocket the way everyone hoped it would, suddenly it's a dead project. And this is what happens, and it's happened with XRP as well. We saw that after the lawsuit was resolved and XRP was classified as a non-security. Because the price didn't skyrocket, suddenly everybody declares it dead. And ladies and gents, this is why I've been focusing so heavily on this concept of FUD-based narrative and narrative shifts when it comes to specific cryptos. Because we're heading into a Bitcoin halving event, and we're heading into a new bull run cycle. Now, it's very easy for people to spread this type of FUD when the price of a crypto like XRP or Flare is trading sideways. Now, what tends to happen is that people either sideline themselves, they want to wait and see what happens, or they take themselves out of the equation. They either refuse to get into an asset like XRP or Flare, or they completely abandon the projects. They either hold small bags and they go, I'm done, they sell, they swap, or they just ignore it. Now, what will invariably happen is that when these cryptos start hitting new all-time highs, people are either going to be completely silent because they've been proven wrong and they don't want to be anywhere near any of their followers, or they're going to be even more outraged because they've missed out on life-changing opportunities. Now, ladies and gents, Flare is still a relatively new crypto and is currently trading at 3 cents a coin. Now, that's a remarkable entry point. And the thing is, if you get suckered in by this negative FUD narrative that's been floating around a lot lately, especially with XRP, and that's also trickled over across to Flare, what's going to happen is that when these projects hit all-time highs, there's only one person that can be held accountable, and that's you. Now, coming back to Flare as a newer asset, Flare has so much room to grow and evolve in the next 2 to 5 years. The same way the entire crypto market and the crypto space has so much room to grow and evolve in the next 2 to 5 years. And to make any definitive assumptions about Flare right now would be robbing yourself of the future potential of this amazing cryptocurrency. And ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely hope that this Flare video and the last couple of XRP videos I've made have been helpful in identifying this negative FUD-based narrative that's been spun out there. And not only to identify this FUD, but also work through it. And that's why I've been making a lot of this type of content lately, because the FUD is only going to escalate as we head into a bull run. And ladies and gents, on a more personal note, I want to be a bigger voice in this community. I want to be that trusted voice, that person that you turn to when you do see this type of FUD-based narrative and you think it sounds more doom and gloom than it should. You can look at the information I'm giving you. You can look at the crypto lessons that I'm passing on through YouTube, through CryptoX and my Patreon page, and you can work through it and you can have the best experience possible when it comes to crypto. Now, ladies and gents, if you have enjoyed this video, consider becoming a patron. Click the link in the description below, head across to my page, consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to my 2024 bull run portfolio, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time, and much, much more.